It is Monday morning and I'm just out of El Doctora's, and it is my piriformis, which I think I'd said, thought it probably was, but it's nice to get the confirmation. So glad that it's not a disc issue. So need to get some physio. So we need to figure out a physio now, because the two that I would kind of go to don't take insurance, the insurance that we've got, so I'll have to give them a quick call. If not, the fact that I know that it's definitely my piriformis now, I know what to do, so it's just going to be a case of getting it mended. So I don't think I've ever mentioned on this before, but I was previously a qualified massage therapist, and did sport and remedial, but I didn't do it as a living or anything, so I know things, but I wouldn't trust me. I'd always go to someone who's actively doing it, because I have forgotten a lot of things. But I've still got the magic hands.
You still have the magic hands.
Still have magic hands. Not that Elaine lets me touch her. She goes to someone else for a massage as well, because I like to try and fix her where she just likes to be polished. Anywho, so yeah, need to get physio, ibuprofen, and
magnesium.
She did not fail us. She gave us the homeopathy. Magnesium is what you need, bless her. She got it in there.
We've got magnesium in the house.
We've got magnesium in the house. So why have we not been taking, if we've got it in the house, why have we not been taking magnesium? But I will take magnesium, because I'm desperate and I will try anything. So it's also our anniversary today. Yay! Happy anniversary, sweet pea. Been married for 7 years, been together though for about 15. Known each other for over 30.
Yeah, known each other over 40.
30. Yeah, over 40 years. We've known each other over 40 years.
40.
I'm not that old. You're old enough to have known me for over 40 years. I'm not old enough to have known you for that long.
30 years.
30 years. Sweet pea, oh God, I love you. So yes, so we're guess what? We're going out for something to eat today. So guess where we're going? Where do you want to go?
Foster's Hollywood.
We're going to Foster's Hollywood, but we're going to the one that we always like to go to. The one that's never really lets us down. And I'm having a sandwich, just to keep the calories a bit more sensible.
And I think I'm having pasta.
Are you going to have pasta?
Thanks.
So yes. So it's something to look forward to, if I can sit down for any length of time. So it was a nightmare getting up to the doctor's, because it was thunder and lightning here this morning with rain, and that was time when I'm thinking.
Yeah. Quiz.
Well, anywho, I'm going to try and stop doing that, because it's annoying me, if not nothing else. Yeah. So, but yeah, let's not talk about my butt anymore. But it's my piriformis, which, as I say, kind of new. So onwards and upwards. We've got the duckies back. Was it last year that they actually laid eggs here?
Yes.
I didn't understand. There's the sea down there, but other than that, there is no water points around here at all. But they seem happy enough. Well, one few. Are you saying something about her honour?
No.
Did you say she's a tart?
Well, maybe.
Yeah. 3 birds. One bird, 3 boats.
Hubby and 2 sons.
Well, this is very true. It's starting to sound worse.
It is.
But yes, we're getting all sorts here now. That's the lens there.
Oh, okay, I was looking at the green dot.
I know, and that's why you always look as if you've got a massive squint. And I'm not even in. That's it just there. Right, I'm trying. My arm's not long enough, and I want to be able to be heard. We need to get microphones.
Yeah.
So, we're in Foster's Hollywood, we're in the one in Dos Mares, in San Pedro. In San Pedro. Seated very quickly. Juices, or juice, we just get Pepsi Max immediately. We have gone with the menu del dia, because it's the same price as one main. Now, I've gone for the cavapati chicken as a starter, which I often get as a main. And it's going to be interesting to see what size it came out as, because I had it as a menu del dia before and it was exactly the same size. So let's see what comes out. Well, we've got a video of this so that you can see what comes out. So this is becoming a review of Foster's Hollywood in Dortmund in San Pedro. We'll see what comes out. I'm very excited. Right, this is my starter, chicken, cavapati chicken. So it usually comes when it's, as a main course, it's like a grilled chicken breast with this, and you get a bit of paprika kind of bread type thing with it, which is usually lovely. I'm filming mine now because Elaine's is... No. Elaine's hasn't come out yet, which is a bit disappointing. So I'm going to eat mine while it's warm. This is Elaine's has come out, and it's chicken fingers and onion rings. That one looks incredibly well done.
It does.
So I'm a bit disappointed they've not come out together, but there we have it. So that's the starters. So, excuse me. So I'm done. We're on our second Pepsi Max. We didn't have to ask for it. Girl just came along, looked so empty, said, "You look as if you're done. Do you want more?" We said yes. And this sauce, honey mustard, is delicious. Absolutely fantastic. And your onion rings are nice and crispy and oniony. The chicken fingers were very nice. Yeah.
Definitely cannot complain.
No, and the thing I was thinking that the front of house staff here are absolutely fantastic. Obviously a delay with Elaine's coming out. That's obviously the kitchen side of things. But to be honest, worth the wait, because that food was absolutely delicious. I really enjoyed that. But just said to Elaine, I could happily walk away now and be done. Let's see what the sandwich looks like when it comes out, and I'll try not to get Elaine chomping away there. You enjoying? Right, so the main courses are out, and we actually went for the same thing because it was on the menu del dia. So it's a Caesar sandwich. So there it is, and I've got to be honest with you, I'm kind of looking at mine and it doesn't look nearly as nice as the egg club sandwich that I usually get. No. Kind of disappointed with the looks of it, but we'll give it a bash, see what it's like. So this is what's left of mine and what's left of Elaine's. Elaine's just finishing off her salad. Yeah, would never get that again. That was bland. It was Caesar salad without the Caesar. Elaine saved them from absolute ridicule by asking for some more of the honey mustard, because I ended up eating the chicken and the salad off the bread with this sauce, and that made it. That was... I don't know whether it's the kitchen's fault or whoever designed this, but that should not be on the menu like that. That nowhere near as good as anything that someone could make at home, or a bit of meat that you can get out of a supermarket and just fling on a grill. Yeah, very, very disappointing. I would never consider getting that again. Oh yeah, check this out. I think it has got smaller. Do you think it's smaller?
It's wider.
You think it's wider, is it?
It's wider. It's maybe not quite as long, but it's definitely wider.
Yeah. We're sharing this, by the way. This
is sublime.
It's the cake is usually lovely and moist, and you really like the popcorn. I like the popcorn now. I like the, what's it called? The mousse, not the mousse, the frosting. Frosting is to die for, I swear to God, it is absolutely delicious. Right, we're getting stuck in. And that was the end of that. Thoughts? It was very, very nice. Yeah. So the main, really quite disappointing.
Quite disappointing.
Very disappointing.
Very dry. Wouldn't have that again at all.
No chance. Everything else was lovely though.
It was.
Really.
The sauce did kind of make it, the honey mustard sauce did make the main course.
Yeah.
But to leave the bread on the sandwich is unheard of.
Yeah, oh that's it. Bread's one of my most favourite things, and that just when I picked it up and took the first bite, it was all bread and it was,
Wasn't good.
there was no taste. All I could taste was the bread, everything else disappeared. So, that was that. I think we've both kind of agreed that although it was nice, we've enjoyed most of it, we've just enjoyed the stuff we've been having at home over the last few weeks just as much, if not more at times.
Probably more so at times.
That's that state of affairs. So,
Just it shows that we're good cooks.
well, you're a good cook, but thanks for trying to be nice to me. But yeah, definitely you're cooking. But yeah, I've always said that you're a good cook. Yes, so we will just clock off from here. Service, I'd say, absolutely
Service has been good.
been good.
Still been good still.
Did we have 3 or 4?
3 Pepsis.
We have 3. And we've had what we had, what you've seen, and it's going to come to about €30.
15, 30, 37. Oh no, because I've got a free pudding.
Oh, we've got a free pudding. Yeah, we didn't get that pudding wasn't on the menu del dia. That was called the America cake. So you have to do that separate, but we have a voucher for a free pudding. So that's going to come off. Woo, everyone's a winner. So yeah, so that's us for Foster's. I think it'll be a while before we come back.
4 weeks before we come back for food.
Yeah. But as Elaine's just pointed out, we've got to lose an awful lot of weight by the 17th of June. And if you know why, you know why. If you don't worry about it. I was just down by the beach in Palmeras again. I did some video showing you how lovely the water was, and I thought, right, I'm going to, nice breezy chat, show you the water, beautiful blue sky by the way, absolutely stunning day. It is, I say day, it's 11:45, so technically still morning. We'll be for another 2 hours here. Anyway, so I starts off and I'm walking along and I'm chatting away. Next thing I went to switch it off and I looked and thought, I'm kind of no longer in Palmeras and I have been ranting for what must be 30 minutes. So I'm not going to go through everything that I went through, which was all to do with the private hospitals and insurance over here. Bottom line, love your NHS if you're in the UK, love anywhere that does it not for profit. Because this insurance and private business is an absolute nonsense. I'm going to stop there. I'll show you the water. I'll show you the water. The water's lovely. Just beautiful, look at that water. Absolutely stunning. Beautiful and clear. It is Tuesday, so Elaine is away doing her normal. She's away doing her volunteering. And so I get left for lunch by myself, and so I went with packet food today. Honest to God though, I've been looking at these for about the last 4 years. So it's curry noodles with chicken, so I've decided to chuck in a couple of boiled eggs as well. Coming at 550 calories for the whole thing, if the packaging can be believed. So I'm gonna give that a bash. I'm really looking forward to this. Yeah, it's alright. First mouthful, quite nice, very definitely taste of curry. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy this. So there's a particular call for a certain wee beastie. Here he is. It's Walkie's time. Works like a treat every time. Taking a wee trip to El Carmole. Building work goes on everywhere. You can tell our El Carmole by the extinct volcano. Very small, particularly Spanishy village on the Mar Menor. Look at these ones, patiently waiting for me because Stinky Monkey does not like being on the wood. You don't like being on the water or the wood over the water, do you, wee manny? You don't like it? You don't like it? No, you don't like it. You okay? Sorry, did not clap you. Sorry, come on in, I'm nice and safe. Come on in. let's get off.
Oh, as explained as it possibly can.
I know, wee soul. He was a brave wee boy coming this far.
He was. He went to venture further and then went, eh, no, I'll just sit down.
Wednesday morning and I'm out for my stroll, and that's kind of eased off about 5-10 minutes ago. Still a wee bit narky, but I am 4,200 steps in. Walking malarkey is actually becoming easier, apart from the pain, but just getting the steps in seems really easy at the moment. But look at this, look at the weather, look at the sky, look at the sand. Can you see the sand? No, I'm swinging it the wrong way. Another day in paradise. But the problem with a day in paradise is you can sit about not doing anything, and it makes me think of food, so I have to keep on the move. But I have physio today. I'm going up to my clinic. They do lots of things. I've had a few things done. That's where the dentist is. They have wee doctors in, which we don't go to the doctor, but I did go. I had some skin tags, got rid of the skin tags there. They do everything, to be honest with you. They do teeth whitening, they do surgeries, wee minor surgeries and stuff, and they do physio. So I've had physio before because of my trigeminal neuralgia, and what the dentist had realised was with me clenching. So as well as getting the bite guard, they actually give you free physio with that as well, and that was, I want to say, about 250 euros for the bite guard and the physio sessions. I think there was 3. I want to say there was 3. Can't remember, but yeah. So it's really good. It's Mechrati, and up the road. Honest to God, I'm no stupid. I just getting names of places to stick in my head is ridiculous. But what I'll also say is the last 3 weeks I've been wearing my watch to bed. I've got a Garmin watch. I got it for sport, for tracking sports and stuff. Never use it for that. But so I used it to start monitoring my sleep. I get on average between 0 and 7 minutes worth it, and that's not even an average actually, that's a minimum and maximum. Minimum of 0 deep sleep per night and a maximum of 7 minutes. Last night was 2 minutes. I'm getting plenty REM, about 3.5, and I'm getting about 4.5 of light sleep, and with very little movements, just minutes on my movements really. So dementia when later it's coming. I don't think I've got it just yet. I was walking along yesterday trying to think of myself, I'm allergic to penicillin, and I was thinking to myself, what's the name of it? I could not think of the word penicillin. I knew Fleming invented it, but I couldn't get the word penicillin out. So I kind of thought, well, the fact that I knew Fleming invented it, or is giving credit, he invented it, none of this giving credit. Just stop this nonsense, this anti-Scottish rhetoric. Oh, he's never invented, Bell didn't invent the phone. Bell didn't invent the phone. Logie Baird didn't invent the TV, and it was so and so and so and so. Have a list of the things that Scottish folk have invented, longer than a very tall person's arm. And by the way, as a Scottish person, it's not like I sit there going, see what the Scots, I didn't invent any of them. I'm taking absolutely no credit. I use most of the things that Scottish people, as you do, invented, but I'll take absolutely no credit. But I'm not going around to other countries saying, well, you didn't invent that, well, you didn't invent that. If you actually look, you know, vulcanised rubber. No, we were using the wheel long before then. I'm ranting every morning. Every morning my videos are becoming a rant. I'm going to stop ranting now. I'm going to enjoy the day. So actually, now that I've stopped, I'm feeling my bum a wee bit, my left buttock. But yeah, so it should be a good day. We'll get the physio done, and I think we've got in our heads what we're going to eat today. So that's it, yeah. And by the time I get back, I'm going to have done about 6,000-7,000 steps. So that's good. That's me halfway through my target for the day. Yeah, let's go and enjoy it. Just how cool would it be to own that house down here onto this beach? Oh, Yeah, dreams. Dreaming. It started already. Look at this. Bike's there. Bike's there. Always my feet. Well, it's not always my feet. But I get my feet something stupid. I'm going to walk about with a bloody mosquito light thing, electrifying thing, dangled to my knees. Ugh, so itchy.
Okay, so why are you lying on the floor today?
Apparently to give Pico cuddles. This is
You look beautiful, Pico.
My stretching for my piriformis syndrome.
Okay, and what kind of pain is that giving you?
It's very, very short pain. It is from my left butt cheek, down the back of my thigh. Oh, I'm a bit sweaty. Down the back of my thigh, and down into my calf, across my calf, and down into my ankle. Sometimes, not all the time. But I'm fine, feeling the stretch just on it's actually just at my hip. But I really need to get this one so that it's at my sacrum, because my sacrum I think is gone as well. Doesn't help being fat, this is why I need to lose the weight.
What did the doctor tell you?
Lose weight.
Yeah.
What did I tell the doctor?
That you'd lost 7 pounds. Well done.
Yeah.
Is that the single stretch that you have?
No, there's another couple I'll do, but I've got to do it for about 30 seconds.
Okay.
I don't know how long I've done it for. But there's this kind of one as well, you do this. And grab down here.
I can't do that one.
No?
No, I can't grab my leg.
You've got a fat belly too?
Yeah.
Oh, baby. Ladies are meant to have wee hot bellies.
Oh, thank you. And do you feel that easing it off?
Nah.
No. Do you need to do it on both sides or just the one?
Actually, I just need to kind of concentrate because I need to relax. So,
Okay.
you know, I've got my shoulders too tense and that. Well, I'm too tense. One as well, kind of, it's like this and getting over now. I was able to do this yesterday. I can't understand why I can't do it today. I'm not going to do that one. Right, this up, then over, and that's getting my sacrum now. Sacrum, sacrum?
Sacrum, I would say.
I can't remember how I used to pronounce it. The number that I used to pronounce differently from the way the teacher used to. See, I'm doing it again. My shoulders are always up at my ears.
You just need to relax. As you're lying on the floor.
Thanks, Obi-Wan. I'm pretty sure that's what I said to you roughly 30 seconds ago.
It is.
I should have
Should you have dried yourself off with a towel?
I should have dried myself off a bit first, yeah. See, even on this side I can feel that right in there.
Yeah.
Just simple as
Which I
doing
suppose
this.
is that's the idea of it though, isn't it? It just stretches
it's the fact
it.
that this one's kind of okay. It shows you it's not.
You're going to be favouring one leg over the other.
I am. That's why I keep walking in circles. Been out for an hour, go 10 metres. Elaine has bought me a present. We have got to have a look at it. I'm so excited. I know what it isn't. I don't know what it is. Because when I did get excited and I said, oh, I thought it might be Nat, she did say, oh, yeah, that would have been nice for a present for both of us. But this is just for me. Dum dum dum, can we see? Oh, put it this way. Oh, let's move that out the way. Dum dum dum. Oh, it just keeps getting more and more exciting. Oh, dum 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 de dum dum de dum 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 de dum dum de dum 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 da 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 dum 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 da 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 dum 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 de dum dum de dum. Right, I better go give you a kiss and say thank you.
It's Captain something.
We're currently trying to guess who this is. Play the game. Play the game. So we said it's no Rex, which, by the way, I was impressed because that is a Star Wars character.
It's Captain somebody or other.
It's no Captain
not
somebody.
Captain?
No. No, you just said
I am your father.
Yes. Who is it? Who is it?
Luke!
Luke, yay! Look who.
Skywalker.
Yay! Well done. You got there in the end. See, it's up there.
It is, it's up there. I just have to dredge.
You have to dredge.
I
Absolutely.
have to dredge it.
It's a new day, it's a new dawn, it's a painful but for me. So I was at the physio yesterday and he poked and prodded and did some stuff. It's quite disappointing that I said to him, like, what should I do going forward? And he kind of shrugged his shoulders and I said, just like exercise. He was like, see. So I'm off to the hospital today. So that's the authorisation came through for the 10 sessions at the hospital. So I'm going to go there today. They're all got 9 of them booked in. Had to cancel one because the authorisation hadn't come through, but it's now come through. Like I said before, they told us, no, you're not getting it, and then they sent us something else to them. We're like, well, what's going on? So I tried to get in touch with them and say, you kind of said no. Well, no, you have said no, but then you've kind of said yes half an hour later. Which one is it? So we asked them, because you can't get them on the phone, you've got to do this form. Still no reply 2 days later. So we actually popped into iMed. In fact, possibly 3 days later. We popped into iMed, said, we've got this form, what does it mean? And they're like, yeah, they've authorised it. So turn up tomorrow, so that's today. So I'm going to turn up today and we're going to see what he does. I am kind of hoping that it's not just going to be more, well, I'm going to prod here, does that hurt, does that hurt? Because if it is, I'm kind of like, I want you to do something to say, what has actually caused this? Is it the piriformis, is it the problem? Does my sciatic nerve run through the piriformis, which it shouldn't do, but it does sometimes in people? Or is it another muscle that's actually weak and it's just, my piriformis is then taking on the burden and hurting itself? These are the questions that need to be answered. And I've not got that yet. So, but anyway, we'll give them a chance, see what happens. Hopefully they speak a bit of English, because my Spanish is no bien. It's alright, but no brilliant. I can order stuff and have a half-hearted conversation with folk. But that's about it. I should be doing better. But crap like this happens and you get waylaid and you can't sit down and watch videos or do apps because your brain just stops functioning properly. Anyway, no more excuses. I did say to Elaine that she needs to sit down with me and start kind of going through phrases, because I know the words. You write them down, put them in a sentence, I'll tell you what they mean. But when people are speaking them, when you ask me to speak them, I keep my Spanish up here, because every time someone speaks to me, I'm continuing on this, Vicky. Remember what I was saying yesterday about pedestrians being arseholes? I've just been an arsehole pedestrian. Yeah, I'm kind of watching what I'm doing. But yeah, so I keep it up there, because every time someone says to me, I go, please, and I look up there to try and find the words. I'm not sure I look very intelligent when I do it. But anywho, had an interesting conversation yesterday, and I wish I could bite my tongue with these people, but I can't. I find it very difficult. And again, and I'm talking in particular to boomers here and Gen X. So when I say boomers, not all boomers, absolutely not. But an awful lot of them that I've spoken to. There's nothing wrong with the kids nowadays. Stop acting like our generation and your generation, where the world's best, we were the politest, we were this, we were that. I know Gen X wasn't. I know boomers weren't. I've met you. So if you were all these wonderful, happy children that were so polite, what the fuck happened to you all? Life has really got you down. A world that you have created, by the way. you have created this world. Take responsibility for it. And there's nothing wrong with the kids. They're doing their kid things and getting on with their lives, trying their best to enjoy it, while we've got wars and paedophiles and bad men, and bad heterosexual men, by the way. This is what we keep forgetting. We keep wanting to pinpoint other folk. Fucking heterosexual men are the ones that you need to watch for. Obviously, I'm alright, I wouldn't talk about myself. But as a denomination, we're the worst. I don't care what colour or creed you are, it's a male thing. And no women are brilliant either. The arseholes there as well. But anyway, leave the kids alone. Yes, you can't understand them. They communicate in a different way. I can't understand boomers. I can't understand some Gen Xers. And I'm no fussy about talking to kids. I've got 4 of my own. I'm happy to know that they're happy. We don't have to speak very often, because when we do, I get into that and I'm like, I don't get this. I didn't understand. How can you know that? How can you be doing this but no know this? But I don't know anything about the world that they're living in anymore, or what's happening. And neither do boomers. You're all living in your own world with your own problems, and you do have problems, some of you. Most of the ones that I speak to do not even know how good they've got it, and that's part of the problem. So, stop being arseholes to other people, because I can't bite my tongue anymore. When you generalise about a whole generation and start saying, oh, they're this, they're that, I'm just, shut up. Just shut up, because if I wanted to start, I could start on all of the crap that your generation has done. And chances are, I'll be saying this to you, and you've had nothing to do with that. You've maybe been the nicest person at one point, but rather than just look and blame your own generation and look at the idiots that your pals are, you want to blame someone else. Just stop it, there's nothing wrong with them. I'm going this way. Anywho, so that's my rant for the day. Glad I got that out, feel a bit better now. So, rest of the day, more walking. I've put my Skechers on. I'm starting to get another bloody blister. So I've put my Skechers on this morning. And, oh hello birdies. Yeah, I'm not easily distracted. Oh look, squirrel. So yeah, it's getting a buster, so I'm maybe on my left heel. So I'm maybe just going to have to think that. But the reason I think I'm getting it is because, was it yesterday morning or the night before? I think it was the night before. You know, I'd had the bad blisters, well, obviously the skin's starting to kind of come away now that I dried up. So I went in and cut a bit off because it was getting a bit sharp. Very pretty, I know. Such an attractive man. And so, yeah, and it's obviously just then there was a patch of skin, fresh skin, and it needs to toughen up. But I didn't want it to toughen up by blistering. Oh, there's a beautiful, I'm going to see, hopefully it's going to stay. Oh, no, didn't fly away. Oh, you dirty bugger, yeah. It's gone. Yeah, I'm not getting it. That's a shame. There was a beautiful parakeet. Now we get a lot of them, but this one was striking. Its green was really popping out there. But it's flown off. But they're noisy buggers, by the way. Oh my word, they are noisy, and they're like the Spanish. They always sound as if they're having a fight with each other. They do not seem to get on. But yet there's plenty of them, so they obviously are getting on somehow. But yeah, so far so good this week. Quick cheeky weigh-in today, £1 down. So obviously I'm doing something right. Even though I'm not exercising, my worry is it possibly going to be quite a bit of muscle? Is it fat? I've not measured myself, because again, I know people say you should do this, you should do that, you measure yourself, blah blah blah. But again, from the mental perspective, it's difficult for me, because even if the scale says that I come down £1, come down £2, when those measurements don't change anywhere, it can just blow me out the water. So that's what I've said. My only concentration, the only thing that I'm purely concentrating on, the thing that I absolutely want to nail every single week, is my calorie intake. It's the only thing. I'm getting the steps in, which is good. speak to the physio today, see what he says, see what he does, and I'm going to try starting the yoga again tomorrow. But that's tomorrow, so we'll see. Just have to get through today. A wee bit more pain and stuff. And I'll catch you later. Meant to say, 36 minutes deep sleep last night. Yay me! Woohoo! So I am back from physio. Another wonderful session of getting poked and prodded and a little bit of pain. But as well as that, I was also given an infrared heat light, and I was stuck on a TENS machine. And there were a couple of things about today. Pico, out here. Good boy. The first being, I told you I had trigeminal neuralgia and got the bike guard, and I was given physio for that up at Meharati. The lad that actually walked round the corner, and I went to the IMED hospital, walked round the corner, was none other than Fernando, who actually treated me before. So this was what, two and a half years ago, and recognised me, which, as I said to him, I don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing. But it was certainly, it was good to see him, because he worked wonders with me before. He'd actually worked on my back before for me as well. He hadn't actually, he couldn't remember that, but he did say, he said, as soon as you walked round, he says, because he said to me, how's your face and neck? So it was nice that he remembered me, and I certainly remembered him, because he was very good, and he was very good again today. So, but the other thing is, so he put me on a TENS machine and kind of cranked up and said, see when, type of thing. I went, right, that'll do nicely, left me. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, I've got a TENS machine in the house. Never even thought to use it. I'd got it for my trigeminal neuralgia when I was having all that fun and games. It didn't help with that at all, by the way. So I don't know if it helps with this, with bad backs, but I'm gonna, now that I've got it, gonna give it a bash. But I'm back there on Tuesday. I think I'm there Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday next week. So I've got basically another 9 sessions there, all within kind of like the next fortnight. So we'll see how that goes. He's also basically said to me, stop making excuses, you can still exercise. So I'm going to get upstairs today and do some upper body work, start that again. And I'm doing it again, what I said to you, I do all the time. I'm sitting thinking, right, okay, should I start jogging? Oh, fucked that up every time I've done it. But as Elaine said to me when I said to her, I was thinking about it again, she did say, well, you just go too quick, you expect too much too soon. So do it, but just do it gently. So we'll see how that goes. I want to get back on the bike again. So I've got a new seat, I'm going to change that because of the problems I had with the will you stop eating crap off the floor? Thank you, sir. So yeah, I'm going to get the bike organised and do that. But yeah, I think I'm now kind of like the fifth week into the eating plan, and that's the eating still going to be the main thing, has to be. But going to see about ramping up the exercise now as well. So because usually by now I think I want to say I'm technically 5 weeks of this sort of proper eating, healthy eating. Usually by now I would have had a stall in the weight loss at some point. Now I don't know if that's because every time I've kind of done it, I've always exercised at the same time and kind of started going back to the gym again. So there's maybe been muscle gain or something there, but I'm not a believer that you should ever put on as much muscle as you lose fat. The fat should always come off quicker than the muscle would ever go on. So when I start to see the scale hesitate to move or anything like that, and I'm just not seeing the results after 1 or 2 weeks, that's when I give up, I just lose hope. But things feel a wee bit different this time. I'm enjoying what we're eating a lot more, and I have so fewer cravings than before. I'm not on any injection or anything, by the way. Not that I wouldn't if it was offered to me. I probably would take it, I think. And to be honest, see if this doesn't work. If I get to a stage where I start to just go, oh, fuck it, and I start to put on, I'm going to seriously consider getting the jab. I've no issues with people that get the jab. I think if that's the way you want to go, absolutely go and get it done, and go that route. No issues with that at all. Just for me, I want to try this time, just one last throw of the dice, kind of get healthy. Right, so anyway, so that's the update at the moment. So I'm kind of walking a little bit easier. I've got a wee bit of niggles in a few other places, but that's just them overcompensating, I think, for what's going on here. But just taking Stinky Monkey out here for his wee afternoon walk. There's a storm coming. There's an absolute storm brewing. I think it's going to be a biggie. They have said that there's a storm coming. I don't know, Elaine told me it's coming. She said it's from midnight tonight. I think it's going to get here closer. I think it's going to get here sooner. I think it is closer. Sometimes you just feel it in the air, can't you? And something's kind of changed. So, we'll see what happens. Thought I'd just stop and let you see some building work going on in Spain. Completely different from how they build in the UK. It's so the internals of all their houses can basically be ripped down and put in any way that you want. No supporting walls on the inside. It's I actually think it's a very good way of doing it. Not that I know much about building. I know hee-haw. If you had me down there, I'd say, well, I could pick that bit up and put it over there if you want, but that's about it. But yeah. And I think they're working till about 8 o'clock. It's 7:20 just now. They're working till about 8 o'clock. But that's it. They do stop at, I think, between 2 and about 5. They seem to stop. I think it depends on different places. Anyway, I'm waffling now. Here you go though. It's getting built. So, just going for my after dinner walk. And so this afternoon I said to Elaine that now that kind of like 5 weeks or so into the actual healthy eating and we're doing really well, and I kind of feel as if I'm in a habit and enjoying it, I said to her I want to start with exercise again. Even with this going on, so let's get back to some resistance training and stuff. And quite rightly she looked at me and was like, oh God, here we go again. She gave me the big, okay, but you have to take your time, you have to not push yourself, and I'm like, yeah, I know. So I said to her, the only thing we're missing is a set of dumbbells. We've got a lot, as you've seen, we've got the multi-gym and that. Can't do things like an overhead press or anything. And a bent over row and things difficult. I need to watch with the bent over row because of my back. And this bloody piriformis seems to go whenever I do that. That or squats. I will not be doing traditional squats, I don't think. See, I don't think that should be a complete no. I'm not going to do that. But I'm an arsehole. So anyway, so I said to her, I'll pop to Decathlon and just get cheap set of dumbbells for doing overhead press, which I really, if there are any women, which Tricia, if you're watching, which Tricia, you'll probably be watching. Thanks Tricia, I think other than Elaine's the only one who watches. Overhead press, make sure you keep doing them all through your life. Make sure that regardless you can always get your arm up there. Because one of the first things to go apparently when you're old, or getting older. Tricia, sorry, I'm not saying you're old. This is for everyone. Just make sure that you do a wee bit of resistance. I keep telling my mum, get that done. As well as other things. You should always just keep your hand in. So I said to Elaine, I need to go and get dumbbells. Because there's other kind of wee exercises I want to do with them. So she said, yeah, okay, yeah, well, I'll jump in the car with you, we'll go and get them. And we're just getting ready to go, and she just looked at her phone. I went, oh, someone's up the road is getting ready their dumbbell collection. I was like, alright, so we jumped in, up the road, and I've just got a whole set, a barbell, 4 dumbbell sets, and about 80 odd kilograms of weight. So that's an absolutely fantastic starting point. So as I say, I need to be careful though. When I was back in Scotland and I was squatting, I was up, I was squatting about 100, I think it was 110, 120 kilos. And that's when I did something stupid and I went down to, I don't know what I did, I went down too low. I've not got the mechanics for a low squat. I should have been working on that, but I wasn't. And that's when I first felt my piriformis go. And that was 8 weeks of walking as if I had a dildo stuck up my arse. But anywho, so yeah, I just need to be careful. I don't think I'll be careful. I went up, I did an hour, I just did chest, arms and back. So tomorrow I'm going to do core. So tonight when I get back, I'm going to have a wee look and see about just a wee routine for doing my core. And then on what day, that'll be Friday, the Saturday, I'm going to do my legs. So that's going to be the difficult one with my piriformis, I think. But as I said earlier, I've got the okay as long as I'm sensible, and if it's hurting, stop. And I will try and do that. So I'm walking just now, and my back's a wee bit niggle, a wee bit further up my lower back. I'm just getting wee niggles, but again, said earlier, it's just, I think it's just everything trying to work around my piriformis. But my piriformis itself, every now and again, if I step off the curb or back on, I'm getting a wee twinge. I say a wee twinge, I'm getting a sharp pain going, fucking stop that, fat boy. And I'm going, okay, I'll stop doing that. So yes, so starting to waffle again, but I'm going to do that tonight. I'm going to figure out a wee routine for my core, maybe Pilates type stuff. And yes, it's the thunderclouds are coming. I don't know if I'll give you a wee burly round. It's nice over there. Oh, it doesn't look that nice on the phone, but it actually looks nice over there. But up here, it's coming. So apparently it's going to be raining all day tomorrow, which isn't going to be bra for trying to get steps in. But I may just put something on and just get on with it. It's probably what I would have done back in Scotland, to be honest with you. In Scotland, if you're going to use it's raining not to do something, you'd never leave your house. And that's why most of us never leave our house in Scotland. It pretty much is always raining. Or it was. Who knows what it's doing now. I think they like me, oh, it's glorious here. And I look at them with their big jackets on shivering. It's beautiful. And look at the sun, I can see the sun. I can see you're freezing. But anyway, okay, so that's probably it for tonight. See you tomorrow. Sorry, before I go, I just wanted to see one of the outdoor gyms I've got here. They're absolutely brilliant. They've got them kind of chucked about everywhere. They're not all the same. This one actually is very, very good, I would say. Where am I? Oh, there we are. Yeah, they're absolutely brilliant. So it's a lovely, dreary morning in Spain. I had a bad night's sleep last night. So yeah, so it's still pissing it down for the time being. So it did start about 9 o'clock last night. So I was right. I thought we'd got to come earlier than 12, and it did 9 o'clock. So I thought I'd just as I was walking down, I thought I'd show you the drains here. I mean, you can see it. And what happens is it just comes down, and it comes down here, all the way down here, across here like this, and then down to the big hole down the bottom. That's the drains. To be fair, it seems to work for them at this part. I think Murcia, just across the border, has real issues, but over the last sort of 6 months they've been putting a lot of drainage things in. So yeah, so it would be what we'd class in Scotland as currently spitting. It was fair drooky earlier and it was pissing it down, but that's kind of on and off. Just meandering its way down, just like a tourist, just meandering its way down to the beach. Lovely. So I take you down to this beach. I'm not sure that is this called. I'm not even sure what this beach is called. I'll show you when I get down there. Don't know if you can see it. Just slowly, but ever so surely, making its way down here. And you can tell when it's been a bit heavier, because you start to get these big gouges in the sand. To be fair, this isn't I don't think this is just this one overnight that's caused this. I think it's been a bit. They don't replenish the sand all the time, especially in the off season. It's just absolutely no point. But just a wee cove here. It's got a name. This bit here is called something, and just where that other outcrop is, just over there, that's Gattle Beach. I could walk past it, I suppose. I know that one, 'cause that's my favourite wee bit because the waves actually come in quite high there, and it can be good fun when it's a bit stormy. But yes, so we get these big gouges. So, just a wee bit of a factual thing. Oh, it's up here, it's Rockamar. The sand all along these beaches, and in some other places, isn't natural to the landscape. So they actually ship it in from the Sahara, I believe. I've never seen it, but I have been told that there have been times where you can see there's actually boats come, and the boats just kind of come up a wee bit and they just throw the sand, like a big water fountain, but only sand. Don't know what the name would be. And that's how they get the sand onto the beach at times. But when there's been a lot of storms, the sand does disappear. And you can actually see how much they kind of bring in. There's a place called Withenya further along, and I was at the beach there after the Gota Fria in 2019, and there was one of these big gouges right across, because the Gota Fria is a bad thing. And so I walked down just to have a wee nose, and the actual gouge, when I walked into the gouge, the sand embankment on either side of it was up to my shoulders. That's how much sand there actually is compared to what the natural land formation is. There you go. Don't know if you found that interesting. Already knew. So it'll no help me in the future. Oh, I'll maybe go, I forgot about that. But this is also, I think I'd said, there's a bit over there that's no, I'll just go, those rocky outcrops over there, and just as you go kind of in between them, the two bits there and to the right and stuff, that's very good snorkeling there. Lots of fish, but you can kind of see, in fact, if I zoom in, can I get it? Is it going to let me zoom in? My hands are a bit wet, so it's no plain ball. That kind of, oh no, that's too high back. Yeah, just there you can kind of see a wee bit of something going on. That's the rocks that come all the way along there. So yeah, so it's a wee nice bit of snorkeling on Rockamar Beach in Torre de Horadada. And here we are at Gatto Beach. As I say, it's my favourite one. It's just another wee kind of cove thing, but as I say, the snorkeling's quite good, and I think it's probably something to do with these rock formations. But certainly in the afternoon, the wind always picks up in the afternoon here, and the waves start to get a bit bigger. And when that happens, the waves here are fantastic. But I've just noticed I've never really been down here walking in the rain before, so I've never actually seen the waterfalls going on. That's nice, isn't it? Hey, wee waterfalls. If I could be bothered, I'd go and get a better video of it, but maybe another day. And there we have the Tower of the Horadada. Torre de la Horadada. So I'm assuming this place is named after. Another couple of nice beaches. That beach just at the tower was the first one we ever went to in Torre. And we were staying in Cabaroig in 2019. I was telling you about the Gota Fria. So the day before, or so the day off the Gota Fria, we were over where that, just at the beach over by the tower. We were there, had a lovely day. We knew nothing about Torre at that point. I'd never seen it. We'd driven past it, but just never come in. And this day we thought, oh, we'll pop in there, we'll have a look. We came down, saw the beach, thought, oh, we'll spend a day here. Absolutely lovely. There used to be a Chiringuito on there, and then that night they got a free hit. And so over the next couple of days we came back, said, oh, we'll go and have another wee look at Torre de la Horadada, because we were looking for somewhere to live, and we thought, well, we'll check it out, see if it's a possibility. And everything was gone. Everything was gone. The whole place had just been devastated. It was a few days before we could actually get in properly. We still couldn't get in over to the moan, which is across there, because that was just mud everywhere. But the Cheringito and everything was just absolutely gone, destroyed, and they've never replaced it. Over the last couple of years, though, they started putting, there's a wee Cheringito with the SOS thing is just over there. They've started putting up I think it was, what I say, just over the last couple of years, started putting a Cheringito. But they put it up, they take it down during the winter now, and it gets put back up. So it looks as if it's maybe been put back up. I'll find it when I get over there. Yes, so they do have it up. I'm assuming that it's not long been up. I can't remember the last time I walked past here. But if you can just imagine, seats and everything there. This is his Ritas, by the way, beach. nice wee reminder there. Oh, and Asios, which they do actually have a few. They've got them one here, they've got them over by the Torrey Bridge. But if just imagine of an evening, a nice Spanish summer evening, just sitting there looking out to sea. Nice. So I've wanted to come down to this wee bit because this is a wee bit, obviously a wee bit that runs down to the beach as well, which I've got all nice, and you can see they've actually got murals painted on the wall. Some of them are lovely. And then of course you get your street artist, your real gritty down, look, I can write a name. Don't get me wrong, some of them can be spectacular, but I'm just kind of like, listen, if someone's already got something there, that's leave it alone. But we came down here, now I'm going to stay in these ones for a while, no, because I want you to see these. Getting a wee bit, I'm about to get to one that I want you to see, and Elaine and I walked past this for the first time a few years ago, and I burst out laughing when I saw it, and pointed out to Elaine, and Elaine then burst out laughing. So that's how childish we can be. Now I'm going to say that it looked fantastic, but I think just because of weather conditions, it's kind of gone a wee bit on her right eye. On the left, as you look at it, obviously some of the paint's kind of been chipped off and stuff. But I want you to pay close attention to her hand. Right, here we go. Now, at a quick glance, it looks brilliant, and it was a lovely drawing. But I'm going to come in because at one point someone, and I swear to God, the hand was obviously there, the fish was in his thing, greeting the fish. Oh, come to me, wee fishy, you're lovely. But I swear to God, someone, and I think you can just kind of see the very kind of outline of what it was. Yes, has drawn a cock and balls in her hand. But what I would say about it, it was so superbly done that it was just hilarious. It's one of the funniest drawings I've ever seen, and yes, they've painted over it now, but it always made me laugh when I saw it, and it still makes me laugh now because I know it was there, and you can still kind of see the outline. Trust me, it was hilarious. But yeah, and as you kind of go down, they've got some, but as I say, folk have then just graffitied over it. In Spain, I've actually could seem to be quite good for that. They're kind of like, they give a lot of their wall space up for people to come and do things. So some of it is just crap. But some of it, as I say, is very nice as well. So I'm not saying this is very nice. I think that might have been nice until some idiot has put that over the top of it. And as I say, there's a place for that, and I've not got any issues with it in general, but when you're covering up something that someone else has already done, then yeah, and this is just, you can see this as art if you want. To me, it's just a big massive mess. I don't get these sorts of things. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. But yeah, and this, we're just running down and to the beach again. And as I say, just talking about the gouges that the water makes as it's kind of pouring down. So you can see the force that it must come through with, and the friction that it's causing lifting the sand off. So come the summer though, I'm not convinced about this wee bit here, but I would say that the bit going right across the beach, that'll all be filled in. They'll come along and they'll fill that in, because there will be hundreds upon thousands of people here. I don't know the exact figures, but Torry in the summer, I don't know, maybe anywhere between 7 and 10 times as many people that live here actually arrive. It's a massive Spanish holiday resort type of thing. It's a lot of the houses are just holiday homes, especially for the Spanish. So they actually come from as nearby as Murcia, because Murcia in the summer is just ridiculously hot. So a lot of them have got places down here. But it's kind of, it's one of these things where there's so many houses right along the front, and there's, other than the summer, for maybe a couple of weeks, 4 weeks, there's never anyone in them, which I always think's a shame. But it is what it is, isn't it? Just another review of the 16th century watchtower. More toilets. And we'll walk across here. I don't know whether just to stop it and... yeah, I'll stop it. And I'll start it again. So, because I was just going to come over and show you the wee marina that's over here as well. So that's the tower. And as we start to pan round, you can kind of see the marina, which they are doing extensive work to, which they've been doing for a year or so now. Yeah, so it's looking a lot better than it was, even though we've got this big pile of muck right here. But these are all the gangways and all that, are the gangways, whatever they're called. I wish I had a lane here, because I keep, as I said before, I keep forgetting what words are, what they mean. I won't get my finger out of the way. But yeah, so these moorings are all new, because there've been a couple down here that were there originally and had actually collapsed. So I think once they're finished, it'll look okay. But and there, just over the other side, in between those two trees, is the port beach, which is quite big as well, and there'll be a chiringuito down there. I think they've had it now. I'm saying that, I want to say that someone's told me that they're not going to have it this year because no one wanted no one put a tender in for it. I've never seen it very busy, if I ever walk past, to be perfectly honest with you, because you've got a wee kind of restaurant and bar down on the port, and you can just see up there the blue bits. So it's let's zoom in. Yeah, that's right next to each other. There's a couple of ice cream parlours, and they are very, very popular. So the blue one, the other one you can't see because it's behind the blue one, but that blue one in particular is very popular. I'm zoomed in, I'm all over the place, sorry. Let me jump back out again. Yes, they're very popular, and the seats outside and inside, and they're always packed, and they do other food and stuff as well. It's basic fare if you ask me, but as I say, very popular with the tourists. So, and I'm just going to walk up here straight ahead and we'll go into the square. Right, that's the ice cream parlour, first one, the blue one that you saw just there on the left. Bar Willie, which is like a Mexican Caribbean thing. There's another one, Chihuahua I think it is, on the other side, which is actually proper Mexican. But this is a square. Indians, Grumpy Goat, which is like a British type thing. Typically Spanish ones that just up there. You've got what was Willie's, has now been demolished, isn't getting rebuilt. The bar over on the left, and then you've got just kind of different wee restaurants, which we actually think are owned by the same folk, especially the two next to each other, because it seems to be the same folk that serve, and all the food seems to come out of the same kitchen. But I'm also very much aware I'm not showing you this in its best light because of the weather, but like anywhere else, so I'm basically showing you at its worst. But when the sun's out and there's people milling about, it's there's quite a nice wee buzz to down here. It's a lovely wee place. There is another square, at Pueblo Latino, which was the first beach that I showed you. It's just up from there, and you've seen that one on a Place in the Sun a few times and whatnot, and it's nice as well, but we're very rarely down there, very rarely go down there either. But this is this, and this Mijas Beach could well possibly be the most expensive place in the whole of the south of Spain. Definitely in Torre de Horadada. Yeah, we went in once. I won't be going again. But anyway, I'm going to end this here and I'm going to get back because the weather it's gone from just kind of spitting to just crap. It's drizzle now, or what we call drizzle. So which basically means it doesn't look that bad, but you're soaked through before you know it. Anywho, I think this is probably could well be it for today unless the video's something in the house. I'm going to go back. My butt started to ease off. I'm going to get up there and I'm going to start building Darth Vader's head. Yes. Well, keep going. It's him I'm videoing.
So he was at the park. So Pico and I went down onto the middle piece of Atlas Park, and he then sort of like clocked the corgis, and he was like, "What's that?" So the guy said, "Can I come across? Can I meet them?" So I went, "Yeah, but it might not be friendly because there was two of them. There was two of them." So he had a wee sniff around. One of them became a wee bit too close, so you told him off. Yes, you did. But that was fine. So we stood and chatted to the man, didn't we? And you were absolutely fine. And then you decided you would have a sniff at the corgi. But they didn't like it, so they had a wee kick off as well. So you had a wee kick off again. But after the guy went away, he was absolutely fine. But the guy said it was really funny. He's like, that dog adores you. He said you could see the way he's just sitting and looking at you. Hey.
You love it when Mummy tells a story about you, don't you?
Hey.
Oi,
You were a good boy.
Pico, do you adore me? Do you adore me? Do you adore me? Hey, gorgeous boy. Hey, Daddy's gorgeous boy. Yeah, you got my arse. This is number 3, isn't it?
This is number 3.
Number 3, it was number 9.
And then you're gonna want to dust your chicken in a bunch of red stuff. Whatever the red stuff is.
Oh, and the shake starts immediately.
You got chili powder, you're just gonna make that chicken
So,
nice and red. The spices are gonna
it's my technique for breaking up my fat molecules. It's just to shake as much as I possibly can while I'm doing this. Straight to intermediate.
Should a bit more.
Yeah. We could actually be having an earthquake right now, and the only reason I would know is because I would actually be stable. As long as I got in the opposite sink with it.
No, it's going to be guaranteed it would be at the same rate.
Oh, did I manage to keep form there?
Yeah.
Hey. Oh. Look at this beast of a meal. Ham with paprika, got some chicken in there, couscous, salad, and it's very, very nice. It's no pizza again, but it's very, very nice. What a difference a day makes. Look at that little birdie. What another beautiful day. So the storm has gone. They did say it was only going to last a day, and it did. So it's off. And we're back to beautiful skies again. So yeah, just that about most of yesterday, but something strange did happen last night. Something that I've often criticised Elaine for, saying she's an absolute animal and not right in the head, and I did it. So I was about 300 calories shy target last night, getting to about 8 o'clock, and I was looking thinking, what do I want? So I'll have a bit of chocolate. So I've gone into the fridge where Elaine keeps all her chocolate, because to be fair it does melt over here, so I'm not a big fan of chocolate from the fridge, but I'm getting used to it after 5 years. And grabbed a Twix. I have a Twix, 223 calories for the Twix, and I've ate the first finger, but when I was halfway through it, and certainly by the time I got to the end of the first finger, I was sitting there thinking to myself, I'm not actually fussy about this. Say what? What's fussy? Got anything to do about it? Get it fucking eaten. No. Put the other one down. Still lying there. Was not interested in eating it. No craving for it. no great enjoyment from it. I enjoyed the first couple of mouthfuls, I've got to tell you. So yes, I honestly wasn't that fussy about it. So, who knows? Is this a new thing? Is this a flash in the pan? Time will tell. But yeah, other than that, most of yesterday was cold and hot on my ass. Switched the Tens machine on. I did that a few times, did a few stretches and stuff. I only got about 6,000 steps in all day, but that was mostly in the morning, to be fair. And then just kind of pottering about. But so yeah, so woke up this morning, quite a bit of discomfort again. But I'm just kind of getting used to it. Honest to God, see people that go through pain all their life, and they know that they're going to have this pain all their life. The mental strength of these people must be incredible, because well, I've had 4 months, just over 4 months this time, of being pretty much in constant daily pain because of something. Hello, Puss Puss. What are we doing? Are we saying hiya, or are we walking by? You come and say hiya. Say hiya. Oh, you heading back off, or are you coming? You saying hiya? You saying hiya? Hello. Meow meow. Meow meow. Oh, we're going to lie down, are we? Okay, I can't spend all day though. No, I can't spend all day. When Pico smells you, he'll no talk to me. Yeah. See you later. Anywho, that was so. Oh, and a wee egg. Wee cheeky egg up the line there as well. Anyway, where was I? Getting back to? Yeah, people who go through their lives finding out that the pain that they're in is going to be constantly the pain that they're in. Even just small amounts, to have that daily and knowing that it's always going to be there, just must be horrific. So my heart goes out to you, and more power to you, the fact that you can power through and you've got the mental strength, because I do find mine lacking at times. Because I said before, the worst I've had is my neuralgia, and my trigeminal neuralgia, which was about 1.5 years. But even throughout a day, I'd get the pills, the painkillers, the nerve blockers and that down me, and it would kind of even off. And if I busied myself, so most of the time I could kind of get through, and then I'd be okay for about 3 hours or so, and then they would start to wear off, and I'd be clock watching, waiting for the next hour to be able to take my next lot and stuff. And that was hard. And I've said, I haven't actually said, but I honestly think there's times where if it hadn't been for Elaine, I wouldn't be here. That's how bad I kind of got. And yeah, that dark. But for folk but there was always that bit of hope that we might figure out what's going on, and we might get to the bottom of it, which we eventually did. Of course, things turned around, and then I went to summer. No, last summer, because we were in Scotland. The summer before that, I swear to God, everything I did, my back went. I spent about 8-10 weeks just, again, walking as if I had a dildo up my arse, because something in my back had gone. Every time I got in the paddle board or into the kayak, next again day it would just like boom. So I ended up stopping everything there as well, to try and recover. And obviously I need to work on my lower back and my hips, I think, and that's what I'm planning on doing going forward. See if we can put a stop to all this nonsense, just get healthier. Anyway, so it's a new day, still in pain, but it's tiring. It's tiring is what it is. I'm going to walk up this steep hill, this steep bit. It is very, very tiring, just the constant niggles and pain. And I think, well, as I say, it's 4 months now, but pretty much every day because of my wee cycling bit, and now this. But I can't make any excuses to just sit and wallow, which I can be prone to do. I just have to kind of get on with it and keep going, but try and be sensible at the same time. So anyway, so I'm walking kind of through the middle of Mule Palmeris again. I like this wee place, it's lovely. And other than the pain flying down my thigh and the stabbing in my left butt cheek and the ache coming from my right shoulder at the moment, holding the phone up, because it's a heavy phone. It's a body heavy Pixel 8, it's a heavy phone. But that's having done my arms and chest on Wednesday. I think I'm like, but I did my abs yesterday, and today's my legs and butt. That's going to be interesting. Don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to try them nice and slowly, see what works. And if it's not working, I'm just going to have to stop. I'm not going to put myself through all the pain and potentially make myself worse. I'll just try and do some stretches rather than actually any resistance training. And just hope that the walking is doing stuff. Anyway, here's to today. When you're trying to sunbathe, get a nice wee bit of sun, and someone's having none of it. I'm just not hot enough, Mum. It's just not hot enough.
Aww.
I need warmth. Give me warmth. He's unbelievable. And in case you didn't believe me, there is the uneaten finger in question, and it does go all the way to the end. I'm interrupting this lunch because I've realised I made a mistake. I was making myself an omelette with potatoes. Here we go. And I put maple syrup in. And I forgot I put maple syrup in, because usually then that's all I would have. And then I put onion and cheese in. And I grated the cheese, I just put the cheese on and I thought, put maple syrup on. I'm telling you what though, that's an absolute winner. That's the difference between a restaurant style omelette and a homemade one where you go, it's just never the same as that. It's maple syrup. It's maple syrup. It's delicious. Try it. Right. Sunday morning, rain day. Let's see what we're looking at. What we're seeing. Now, I'm not going to lie, I had actually weighed myself just before I went and got the phone, because I thought actually I should just start videoing these. And I stood on it and I was 16.4 and a quarter, and just by getting the phone I'm up to 16.5. Surely the phone doesn't weigh that much. I'm going to put the phone down and weigh myself again and see what happens. So that was a bit mental. I'd weighed myself and I was 16.4 and a quarter. 16.4 and a quarter. I thought I'll start videoing the weigh-ins so I can actually see, so no making it up. And as I say, when I picked the phone up, it was 16.5. So I put the phone down, as you know, because I told you. And it was jumping between 16.4 and a quarter and 16.5. The scales are mental. So, but at 16.5, going to take it. Nice one. Okay, for my Sunday morning, it is morning, walk, and today is technically a rest day, and it is going to be a rest day. In that I'm going to do shorter steps, not as many steps, and no exercise apart from some stretching. So I'm not going to include that as a workout or anything. I'm just going to do some gentle stretching because I need to. So rest day, so I'm going to have 3 days on and a rest day, then 3 days on, rest day, 3 days on, rest day, going forward. So the first 3 days have actually gone really well with the exercise, really pleased. Most of it's been absolutely okay. That I was very surprised at how well my legs went yesterday. Did not have any major issues other than weaknesses with the stuff I was doing, but I think I'm going to incorporate that into my videos going forward, because I've realised that a lot of my videos, or all the videos so far, have been mostly me walking and talking. But I'll be honest with you, I've not seen that as a bad thing. It's helped me. again, another £2 loss this week, whereas before I definitely would have either stalled or gained by this point. But just kind of thinking about where I want to go with the videos that I'm doing. I think I want to kind of, I said this before, but I need to figure out how I'm going to focus more on the food and exercise side of things, and get them down a bit as well. I only want them to be about half an hour a week or something. So I've got work to do on that. But what I would say, and I'll probably mention this again, is that actually, sorry, just avoiding people and dogs and weeds. What is doing these videos is absolutely helping me, because I'm walking along and I'm actually thinking about, well, will I do something, will I say something, what will I say, and I kind of think that they're keeping me honest as well. And when I say keeping me honest, it's me keeping me on track. Not that I'm kind of thinking to myself, oh, I worry that I'm gonna, if I put weight on, I'm gonna say I'm expecting at some point to put weight on. I think it's inevitable. So it's not that, it's just they are helping me get things sorted in my head. Yeah, so I'm doing a lot of aims again, so I'm going to stop talking and get through Sunday. Yeah, going to be a rest day, just going to kick about, and tomorrow start fresh again. I'll maybe do one more over there tonight just to say goodbye to the week, but then tomorrow I'm going to have a sit down, maybe write a few things down, just for the videos for going forward into next week, see what happens. So for the very first time, I shaved my chest. I say I shaved my chest, Elaine took over and helped because I wasn't doing a very good job of it, because it was my first time. Not with a razor, with an electric kind of shavery thing, proper attachment. Now, I'm going to tell you, I've done it and I'm looking down and thinking to myself, I am like a very plump skin on, two plump skin on chicken breasts is what I now have. And I'll tell you what, I'm walking in, it's catching on my t-shirt, all the wee stubbly bits, and it's, I don't know if I like it. I did ask Elena what she thought, and she was kind of like, well, it's different. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I don't know, I did have a quick look in the mirror. Maybe it makes me look a bit thinner, which I suppose is helpful.